Hey y'all, how is everybody doing today? I'm making it in quarantine. But I just wanted to come on real quick and share something with you guys that just kind of blew my mind. Sometimes when you meditate on scripture or read scripture that's familiar to you, it can you just kind of read it mindlessly sometimes. But today, well, actually last night, I was reading 23rd Psalm, and it was kind of early in the morning, so and just meditating on it, and the scripture just illuminated to me in a way that it hadn't before. And I guess it's because of the circumstances that are going on. But I mean, just line by line, God just kind of walked me through where we are and in this season, and I kind of wanted to just share it with you all, and hopefully it'll bless you like it blessed me. But of course, we're familiar with it. The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want. And that starting scripture it's almost like everything that follows that is why we can make that statement in the first scripture. That first scripture, but we won't want because of what follows. But it really started to get me at the second verse when it says, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. And I thought to myself, there is no greener pasture, or should be no greener pasture, than your home. And in this season, God has called us. He has made us lay down. He has allowed what has happened in the earth to make us lie down. And our bishop has told us the parallel story that sometimes the shepherd has to break the sheep's legs, to keep them from wandering, to train them, to teach them a lesson. And so God has allowed what He has allowed to make us lay down in what should be green pastures. And so the lesson for me in that is that in this time where we're home, while we're quarantining, we need to make sure that we are cultivating green pastures. If we know that's not what we have in our house, in our homes, within our relationships, whether it be spouse, whether it be parent-child, whatever the dynamic is, God has given us this time to go ahead and fix that and make sure that our pastures are green. He leadeth me beside still waters. Same thing, because sometimes we can make our waters choppy, especially in marital dynamics. And I know for me, especially in my past, I've gotten better. Like, I ain't 100%, but I'm about 90 something. But we can be so contentious in our family dynamics, and our waters are not still. Our waters are not calm. And so for some of us, it's not even like we throwing pebbles or we throwing rocks that are skipping. No, we throwing dynamite in the water, exploding. But in this season, let's work to make sure that our pastures are green in our homes, and that we have still waters here where we are, where it's supposed to be. Then it says, He leads thee in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. And I feel like during this time, once, as we're working on ourselves, as we're hearing God, as we're seeking God, that He's going to give us the path to go. He's going to show us, where we need to be going, the decisions we need to be making that are going to keep us in His will, that are going to help us, and like I said, for His name's sake, to help us live a life that exemplifies who He is in the earth. But it's all while we're here laying down, working on that. And then it goes to, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Where are we? You know what I mean? If this doesn't look like the shadow of death, I don't know what is. But we can't get caught up in the fact that we're in the valley, because it's a shadow. Y'all, we got to be encouraged. And the encouragement is in the verse. We walking through the valley of the shadow of death. It's not coming near us. We're walking through, or it's not the end for us. We're walking through this valley, and He's with us. It says, I fear no evil, because you are with me. You're walking through this valley. God is walking through this journey with us. He's walking through this pandemic with us. He's walking through this whole experience with us. And it might scare us, it might frighten us, but he is walking with us through, which means we coming out on the other side of this. Then it goes to your rod and your staff. They comfort me. And I kind of was like, okay, well, what's the difference between a rod and a staff? Because in my mind, it kind of seemed like the same thing. But the rod is a tool used for correction and for guidance. And the staff helps us, it's a walking aid, but it can also be a defense mechanism. And so I'm like, man, so his rod, he corrects us in this season, and he gives us guidance for what to do. But then he's also a staff that helps us to walk through this season, and is a defense mechanism. He uses it, the shepherd uses the staff to defend himself from any attacks that are coming on him. And so in this season, God is not only going to just lead us through it, giving us the correction we need, but giving us the guidance to get through it. But he's also going to be defending us and helping us to walk through this season. Then it says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemy. And this is the biggest thing, y'all, because God is going to provide for us in this season. This financial crisis appears to be our enemy. This coronavirus appears to be our enemy. But his word says that he's going to prepare a table. He's going to give us the provision we need, even while we are in this situation. We got to believe that. We got to trust that. We got to stand on that. I'm telling you, in this season, I have seen God do some amazing things. I know most of you know, Pastor Carl is a barber. But in this season, we have seen God provide from sources that we never could have imagined. And it keeps coming. So he is going to do it. He's going to prepare a table. His word says, and he is not a man that he should lie. His word will not return void. He's going to prepare a table in the presence of the enemy. Whatever is the enemy right now, this pandemic, this virus, this financial crisis, he's going to prepare it. He's going to provide in this season. My cup, you anointed my head with oil. My cup runneth over. It's going to be provision. It's going to be enough. It's going to be more than enough. We're not just going to come out of this by the skin of our teeth. But we're going to come out in victory. We're going to come out in prosperity. We're going to come out ahead. He is going to win again. This is not a time that the results are going to be different. He always wins, which means if we following him, we always win. We got to believe that. And this is how we know. Because surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. That's how we know that he's following us. His goodness and his mercy is walking. It is following us through this crisis. It is covering us. And we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And we stay in his will. We trust his word. We walk with him. We understand that he is walking with us. That we are going to come out and we are going to be so solidified in who he is and who we are in him and our relationship when we come out of this. Because if you do that, if you start at that top and you do that, you solidify those relationships in your life. You get with God in this season that he is making us lay down. We're going to dwell in his house because our relationship is going to be so tight. So I want y'all to be encouraged. I want y'all to just stay focused. Get in his word because it will speak to you. I think this is a season where he is speaking clearly for those that seek him. It goes back to, everybody loves to quote the Jeremiah 29. I know the plans that I have for you, but at the end of the day, he says, if you seek me with your whole heart, you will find me. You will find, he repeats it, you will find me if you look for me. And so I think I just believe that if we look for him in this season, and this word, we're going to find him in places that we don't expect to find him. Because I didn't expect to find him like this in Psalms 23. But be encouraged. Know that I am praying for you. Me and Pastor Carl are praying for you. We're praying for our fellowship. We are praying for our country. We are praying for our world. But be encouraged. The Lord is your shepherd, and you shall not want in this season nor in seasons to come. Be blessed. Peace and blessings.